For over 2 years, I had been squirreling away every dime for the $11,000 surgery. That day in the hospital, I revealed the plan to my husband, and even though I was only $500 away from the goal, I made a pivotal decision that would change my own life and the lives of tens of thousands of other women across the globe. Instead of taking the easy way out and walking into the plastic surgeon's office to have the fat sucked out of me, I walked into the bionutrition research laboratory at my local university with a check for $10,500 in my hand. That day, my liposuction money helped fund a team devoted to cracking to what we would later refer to as the Japan Code. For the next 6 months straight, we devoured every piece of information we could find while conducting over 75 interviews with the world's most respected doctors, scientists, government officials, and endocrinologists. And even though many of them were reluctant, some empathized with my situation, along with the epidemic that had a hold of a continent 6,000 miles away. In the end, a select few broke their code of silence and shared the groundbreaking research that I'm about to share with you right now. As we pulled our findings together, I was surprised to find that almost every Japanese official, scientist, and university doctor pointed to one thing: Shoku Iku. It turns out that Shoku Iku, which translates to nutrition architecture, is a set of guidelines broken down into extremely simple food and flavor pairing rituals. The primary goal of each pairing was to create a hormonal and metabolic balance to promote health, well-being, strength, and happiness from within. And as I mentioned before, here we do the exact opposite. The scientists explain that in North America, we literally try to attack obesity, disease, and depression from the outside with what they called shotgun approaches, like the diets, exercise routines, and pills we're all used to. Back in 1966, as the fast food craze hit America, the Japanese government instead passed laws to make their wellness from within, flavor pairing rituals, and Shoku Iku the country's mandatory nutrition platform. So while we quickly became the fattest, sickest, and unhealthiest country on the planet, the Japanese just kept losing weight while living longer, happier, and more fulfilling lives. All because of a simple, yet metabolically explosive set of flavor pairing rituals they adopted over 50 years ago. And that's what really gave me peace of mind, knowing that flavor pairing was the key to unlocking the female fat loss code. It wasn't some pill being concocted in a lab or a get skinny by yesterday diet dreamed up by some TV doctor without any long-term testing to see if it actually worked, or more importantly, if it was actually safe. This was 50 years of proof combined with 2 billion people living leaner, healthier, longer lives. And did I mention that Japanese women consume more carbohydrates than any other country as well? In fact, they almost eat double the amount of carbs we eat here. More on that in a second. From there, we began to examine other nations that topped the list for healthiest countries, like Spain, Switzerland, and Australia. The team and I dug deep to uncover their secrets for living these ultra-healthy, lean, and long-lasting lives, focusing specifically on weight loss and how they could actually maintain such lean and slender figures. Pretty soon, a shocking pattern began to emerge. The women who lost weight the fastest, and those who were able to maintain such desirable lifelong figures, free from the stress and guaranteed failure of dieting, all practiced simple rituals that paired the right foods and flavors throughout their day. We also found out that all of our own North American diet and weight loss rituals were almost unheard of in their countries. They did not do any boring cardio or high-intensity exercise. They did not have to eat bland food or starve themselves. They did not have to spend money on expensive pills or supplements. They did not spend hours in the gym or counting calories. Instead, the cutting-edge research proved Australian women who lost the weight the fastest did zero cardio and replaced it with a simple movement sequencing ritual that eliminates fat from their softest areas. Instead of counting calories, Swiss women could lose a pound a day by using a simple chocolate pairing habit to reset weight loss hormones, forcing their body into fat-burning overdrive. Spanish women used a wine timing ritual that eradicated the deadly inflammation enzymes that cause over 140,000 strokes here in North America every single year. The study went on to prove that Japanese women were able to eat more starchy, calorie-filled foods using a carb pairing ritual at dinner each night. And I was especially excited when the research revealed you can lose weight even faster by pairing 2 savory dessert spices found in almost every woman's kitchen. So you'll be happy to know that by flavor pairing, you can still have your cake and eat it too, with a couple of tasty and quick switches to your favorite cheat foods and actually create an overnight fat-burning response while you're at it. We were shocked because even though these simple, zero-cost rituals have been undeniably proven, we have never seen the indisputable evidence until now. It turns out there's a despicable reason for hiding the key to unlocking the female fat loss code. It's the same reason you haven't heard about it from those TV doctors, social media weight loss gurus,
fat loss infomercials, or even your own doctor.
The truth is simple.
Our government can't tax easy fat loss doubling rituals, and pharmaceutical and supplement companies can't make money off a simple flavor pairing trick that signals around-the-clock weight loss.
Because these strategies only cost pennies a day and are so extremely simple, the weight loss industry wants to keep them locked up and buried. And if you lose the weight extremely fast, like you will this time, they can't hook you with another fad approach that kills your dreams and empties you and your family's pockets yet again. From there, the moment we finalized the world's top 11 weight loss doubling flavor pairing rituals, I decided to empower myself by taking action that afternoon, not next Monday, not tomorrow.
That very same day. I am a strong believer that the most successful and empowered women on this planet are action takers. With all the distractions, negative influences pulling and preying on you from every direction, it can be easy of talking yourself out of making choices and following paths, having the ability to change your life in the most profound ways possible. But because I was still extremely busy with work and family, and my energy tank running on fumes,
I decided to use only 4 rituals that fit into my lifestyle the best. And in only 30 minutes, any skepticism was erased when I was starting to notice subtle yet immediate changes. Admittedly, I was experiencing a mild headache, but it actually gave me peace of mind. Because as the lead scientist from our research team told me,
any small headaches or minor discomfort in the first few hours confirms your inflammation enzymes and fat cells are being mobilized for elimination.
The good news is that by 3 p.m. that mild headache slowly transitioned to a slight euphoric feeling. I knew I had more energy, but my 24-hour brain fog had disappeared and a happy calm began to infuse my entire body. On top of that, I really couldn't even exercise yet because I still had a bruised vertebrae in my back from the fall. So I just continued using 4 of my favorite flavor pairing rituals for the next couple of days. As you can see, I didn't ever have to deprive myself of the foods I love. And this sundress that used to encase my body like a saran wrap has already started to get super loose by the end of the week. And even though I felt like I was actually shrinking, I just chalked it up to the fact that all that bloating and puffiness had disappeared by the second day. But I was still curious. So despite being terrified of the scale at this point, on day 7, I summoned up the courage to hop on. And by the way, that's a combination of curiosity and terror on my face. But what happened next shocked even myself. I had lost 14 pounds in 7 days.
I thought the scale might be wrong. Then people started noticing the changes. Not just my weight, but in my focus at work and my confidence around others. One night I was out for dinner. A friend asked, "How are you losing all this weight and still drinking wine?" I thought to myself, all this weight? Is it really that noticeable? So the next morning, after that night of dinner and drinks, I decided to weigh in again and see what was really happening. Part of me was still expecting that painful defeat of gaining all the weight back like I did in the past. To my amazement, I had lost a total of 26 pounds in the first month. This new little habit of mine was working, and it was working fast. And finally start living your very own Cinderella success story in the body you deserve.
The Cinderella Solution offers an easy-to-start, simple-to-follow cure using flavor-pairing rituals that hit the reset switch on your metabolism's 3 key fat-burning hormones, insulin, cortisol, and estrogen. Our research that spans 60 years of proof, combined with the results of tens of thousands of women across the globe, have already proven that ladies like you are only a step away from signaling a supercharged fat loss doubling effect within your body. See, today, you and I have already established that fat itself is not the actual problem here. The undeniable proof is the 3 hormones that have the potential to keep you slender, youthful, free from disease, and full of life are not running the way they used to. And to make matters worse, women like us have been using methods that are attacking fat from the outside in, causing these hormones to short circuit even more, further dismantling our metabolism while setting us up for a shortened life filled with depression, sickness, and disease. Cinderella Solution's flavor pairing, weight loss doubling rituals do the exact opposite.
The truth is, if you want to dramatically enhance the way you look, the way you feel, and how long you live, you must reprogram these 3 powerful hormones to signal continuous weight loss from the inside out, instead of bombarding them with pills, exercise, cleanses, and gimmicks. And the only way to do this is by using these simple and enjoyable habits that are confirmed by 60 years of proof from the planet's slimmest and healthiest country, proven by tens of thousands of Cinderella success stories, and are backed by over 200,000 years of evolution as well.
And even though it may not feel like it right now, your body is biologically craving this permanent change as you read this. Consider this. Do you think your heart really wants to be working overtime, pumping all that additional blood to that extra fat that's taken your body hostage? I don't think so. Do you think it's good for your brain when it's flooded with depression molecules every time you see an old picture of yourself 20, 30, or even 40 pounds lighter? No way. And what about your family's finances? Seriously.
Do you think it's wise to keep spending money on the flawed, fat-first schemes systematically designed to make you gain back every pound you lose? Why do you think the average woman spends $65,000 on weight loss during her lifetime? It's because the guys in suits, the puppet masters of the weight loss industry, are literally banking on you to fail, so you can come back for more. And as far as I'm concerned, they're all pocketbook vampires that suck away everything except for the fat itself.
So why not give your body and your bank account what it's craving by using a pennies a day weight loss ritual backed by scientific law that holds your hand from start to finish while you quickly reveal the body you've been dreaming about for so long? Rapid, safe, rewarding, and permanent weight loss. It's only possible if you are using a proven plan that actually works with the unique female metabolism to signal immediate, long-lasting fat elimination. The best part is you don't have to wait to start losing weight. You'll be able to download and access Cinderella in seconds on any device. No clunky books, pills, calorie calculators, or equipment to drag around with you. Instead, you'll have everything you need at your fingertips, laid out for you whenever you need it in the simplest terms, so you'll know exactly what to do every day without feeling confused for a single second.
This time, isn't it reassuring to know that you will have full control at all times so you can start experiencing the breakthrough results on demand starting tonight? Right now, you should feel comforted by the fact in the next few hours you could be using the Cinderella PM Fat Flush Tea, so you too can start losing weight by the time your head hits the pillow this evening. You will begin to experience how fast the weight floats off your body when you start pairing the two in your cupboard right now, dessert spices that trick insulin into using cheat meal carbs for energy instead of fat storage. It's time to finally discover the common diet foods you need to stop eating immediately so you can unclog the weight loss traffic jam happening inside of you right now. Hint, doctors describe this as the #1 reason women specifically hit plateaus. And by the way, don't worry, we'll have all that fixed in the next 48 hours. Most astonishingly, you will have immediate access to the taste-filled, carb-pairing habits that actually target the embarrassing female problem areas you want to banish most desperately. And again, this is due to the fact that the plan focuses on resetting your 3 key female fat loss hormones first, so you can watch the weight disappear from trouble spots like back fat, cottage cheese thighs, and the dreaded muffin top. Speaking of cottage cheese and muffins, you don't have to choke back the cottage cheese this time, and you do get to eat the most delicious fat-burning muffins you have ever tasted. Remember, you only get one body in one life, and you deserve to have the fairy tale ending that so many of my Cinderella success stories have already experienced. Such as women in their late 40s and 50s and even 60s like Beth, Cheryl, and Kathy, who turned back the clock by saying never again to the fad diets that actually speed up the aging process, and said yes please to Cinderella's proven flavor pairing ritual that finally confirmed that age is really just a number. You too can use the simple tricks that promote shocking increases in bone density without ever picking up a heavy set of weights, while pumping up collagen production and skin elasticity without ever going under the knife. Or even Cinderella supermoms like Heather, Debbie, and Lisa, whose hormones were clinically dismantled after multiple pregnancies, only to find that the reason they were tired, grumpy, and hungry all the time was the exact same reason they couldn't lose any of the baby weight. All it took for them was the secret serotonin surge that Japanese moms use to increase happy hormones in the brain while delivering a metabolic spike that, as you can see, flattened their tummies in record time. And of course, women like me who thought they were just too far gone because they had over 50 pounds to lose. Whether it was a diabetes diagnosis or that constant feeling of hopelessness, women like Christy, Amanda, Wendy, and Melanie were able to prove their doctors wrong and shock their friends and family by using Cinderella's weight loss autopilot strategy after they lost their first 10 pounds. These are just some of the women who reclaimed control over their body and started living their dreams by doing the opposite of what they had tried in the past. Now it's your turn, and BTW, I think we both know you deserve this. But before you go on any further, once again, I must be completely honest with you. As effective as the Cinderella Solution is, it is not one of those fads that promises 15 pounds in 3 days. I have built my reputation and track record of success with women like you by being totally 100% honest from day one. And if you're looking for another maple syrup and cayenne pepper cleanse, thigh master, or ab vibrator gimmick, the Cinderella Solution is not for you. Cinderella is only for women who are looking for the everlasting and proven answer to transform their body. A completely scientific yet logical, so simple to use solution that works hard for you instead of you working hard. After seeing the shocking pictures of the real life results this system delivers, you may be thinking that a solution like this is unaffordable. And even if you're ready to invest whatever it takes to finally lose the weight, you won't have to. My goal in life is to help as many women on this planet before I leave this planet, one Cinderella success story at a time. And the truth is, I'm so excited because I know in my heart the Cinderella Solution is going to help me take a giant step towards this goal.